Yeah, so Canelo versus Plant. This is a really big fight. I guess the biggest of this month. Yeah, definitely. One of the biggest this year, also, actually. It's for the brawl for it all. And yeah, so Plant holds the IBF title while Canelo holds all the other major titles at 168. Yeah, I mean, of course, this is a really important fight for both men, but especially Plant because this is the first time he's really facing a really pound for pound top five guy, or top 10 also for that matter. And how will he, stand up to this test? Well, I don't know, really, that's a big question. Because we have seen the height advantage doesn't mean really much against Canelo. He has taken apart guys who were much bigger than him before, like Rocky Fielding, who is of same size as Plant, same height. And Callum Smith, well, he didn't stop him, but he won convincingly against him. Also, he's 6'3", even though I think Smith was not at his best because that was his last fight, 168, and he had problems making the weight, obviously, and was too lethargic, and yeah. But anyway, I would be really a fool if I didn't say that Canelo is the favorite here. Yeah, definitely. But the result is not given, in advance. It's boxing. Anything can happen almost in boxing, as we know. So, Plant is a good boxer. He's a good technical boxer, definitely. He's got a pretty good defense. He puts his punches together well, and hits pretty good with both hands. He's not maybe not a puncher like Callum Smith or someone like that, but he still has the pop, and he can hurt you when he hits you right. And I think the main problem with Canelo's opposition in the last couple of years, he's mostly fought guys who are either, not boxers, more like punchers. And, guys like Yildirim, for instance, Callum Smith, you may say also in a way, even though I think Callum is not such a bad boxer, but he's still more of a puncher. He's fought guys like, let's see, who else has he fought? Just my mind is stands still right now. He has fought, let's see, Billy Joe Saunders. Yeah, well, anyway, Billy Joe did well, but he got injured, I guess. Yeah, so he had to quit. He fought Sergey Kovalev, that's right. Rocky feeling. So Danny Jacobs is the last one, the last guy that he fought that really gave him a hard time, because Danny is a really talented fighter and he's a good boxer and a good puncher. So and that fight was very close, but still, you have to wonder how much longer before Canelo. Nobody is invincible, of course. And you have to wonder how much longer can Canelo keep, winning and knocking out these guys, or beating them, decisioning the best of them, because he's now been, fighting for a while, so and at the highest level since like 2010, he had his first, I believe, world title fight. So Caleb Caleb Plant has the advantage that he's far fresher. He has had far less fights for sure, and you know, I mean, a fighter can look invincible right until he suddenly gets defeated. So that's why I'm getting at. Not that I expect Canelo to get beaten now, but anyway, I'm trying to say that lately he's fought some guys that were really not far from his class. That can be dangerous. Like Rocky, Fielding, and Yildirim. Who were just there to be knocked out. Simply. Yeah. So when you have a feud like you have now between these two guys, and you have a Plant who is really hungry for glory, for success. He's just getting started. He won the title, IBF. He made 3 defenses. That's the first phase. And after that, you move on to fighting bigger names, of course, usually. And if he loses now, especially if he gets knocked out, that could really affect his career. And yeah. But, at the same time, there have been questions about Canelo also getting much suddenly, at that age, when people don't really usually, well, get that much bigger physically or stronger, in his late 20s or early 30s, whatever. He suddenly got not only his body got bigger, his punching power also has actually increased because earlier I can tell you he would never be able to knock out a guy like Cole like he did with a couple of 2 or 3 punches, in the 11th round. So or even a guy like Rocky Fielding for that matter. So when it comes to Plant, I was just watching his fight. That was his last fight against Caleb Truax. He did get hit, quite a lot. That's what kind of worries me because I wouldn't like to see him really, knocked out badly. And but that can happen when you are fighting a guy as dangerous as Canelo, and now he's Canelo is now pissed, also at Caleb Plant, and Caleb Plant is pissed at him. So this will not be, some sort of, passive fight. This will be really a war, yeah, a war. How do you say it? A grudge match. Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, I mean, Caleb likes to work to the body, He's a good body puncher, and I think that's where his chance comes first and foremost. He must work the body and try to land as many hard shots as possible because I think Canelo being, as short as he is and having a good defense, head movement, all that, it's not that easy to really nail him, to hit him clean on the head that much, So it would be easier to go for the body, And yeah, when it comes to Canelo, he'll, I guess, do what he usually does, just get in there and look for an opening and try to knock Plant out. He sometimes can open a little, carefully, and then explode in the middle rounds. Yeah. Um, yeah. So what I expect to see is actually, well, I expect to see a good fight, definitely. I don't think uh, Plant will just shrink like some others have done before him against Canelo, like Callum Smith, for instance, uh, and a few others too, because he is really on a quest to prove himself, and it's obvious he doesn't like Canelo very much. He wants to punish him. He wants to prove that he is, one of the best at least, if not the best in the division, and overall. So, what I expect to see is, mm, I think if Canelo managed to stop Plant, it will be, in the later phase, of the fight. Not, I don't expect to see a knockout like in the sixth round or something. Definitely, I think it will take him at least 10 rounds to do that. Most likely, if he wins by knockout. Or otherwise, if he scores a knockdown or something on Plant, that will likely be enough to win on points. But anyway, I think this fight will be hard for Plant to win. But if he manages to really put enough pressure on Canelo to fight his fight, and land enough punches, and who knows? Yeah, but as much as I would actually like Plant to win, because I'm not really a fan of Canelo, I think he's a little bit too, a little too cocky and disrespectful sometimes to his opponents. Uh, and as I said, there are question marks, when we had that beef, dodgy beef episode. So there are question marks whether he may be using something illegal or not. But and either way, Canelo is the favorite to win. But as I said, it's not impossible that Plant can pull off something, some kind of an upset, or we can even get a draw. Maybe, who knows? Split decision draw. If it goes a distance, you never know. But anyway, my prediction is Canelo most likely wins, either by a late stoppage, 10th, 11th round, or by decision. So that was it. Thank you for watching. Bye.